The best franchise on YouTube is back with the FFL. We're going to jump in right now. In the 13th season of the FFL on YouTube, our Boston Cavalry face the Detroit Firebirds. And as the stories are rushing in before we get into the game, I want to update you real quickly of the series. So the series after this game will be primarily triple headers for the rest of the season, due to the fact that, as we see here, the Cavalry still have not won a game, and really, if they lose anymore, we're not going to go much farther. And with the fights between coaches, it just doesn't make sense to keep this season going, as we can keep going and make this team better in the future. Now, also, to update you, the draft will be episode 11, I believe, of the series. There are positions open in the draft for the off-season. So if you want to drop your name in the comments down below with your position, your number, your height, weight, and just what type of player you are, like archetype-wise, put it in the comments down below or go to the Discord and message me. Quarterback is completely full. I already have one, and we have a lot of quarterbacks coming into the league this off-season, so that will be full. If you want a quarterback or some big position players, they will be put in the future. I just can't promise you a spot right now. But the main positions of need are safety, D-line in general, linebacker, DBs actually in general, and then O-line, tight end, and wide receiver, and possibly running back. But like I said, if for some reason anyone's not put in, they will be coming into the seasons in the future. Now, let's finally talk about this game. The Firebirds versus the Cavalry, pretty much an old style rivalry. Back in the days, whenever there were the older teams in the league, they were in the same division. But now with a former first-round pick in Neve Watts, who was with the Wolves, who won a championship, he's nearing the end of his time in Detroit, and it's rumored that they're not going to re-sign him, and he's going to become a free agent. Now, the Cavalry as well, they're having a hard time too, especially with their coaching problems. But their run game looks absolutely amazing, and they are starting to gain some momentum with that run game. But Drew Alexander doesn't look fit for this team, and probably will be gone in the offseason. Depending what coach stays after this season, whether it's Bill Gable or if it's Cameron Scalone, this team may change drastically due to them having completely opposite types of offenses. Now, their defense is looking a little shady, but has some high spots like Buffett. Now, can the Firebirds really come back here and face the Cavalry, even though they're just coming off a slightly bad skid here? They started 4-0, and now they're 4-3. Can they come up and beat the Cavalry, or is this a trap game for the Firebirds? But here, let's finally jump into the game and see what's going to go on between the Boston Cavalry and the Detroit Firebirds. Now, with the game here, Alexander, first play of the game, he throws it to Weathers to the left sideline, and he powers through a defender for a gain of 7. Weathers is leading the league in rushing yards and yards per carry. He's also leading the team in receptions. He's an amazing running back, and it's crazy that he's been stuck in developmental for so long. He's really making this team great. And they're really using this 2 tight end set well, as now Alexander throws to the left side to Boone, and he overthrows the pass. Wide open tight end right there, but it does not matter. Now it's 3rd down and 3. Alexander again sits under center in the ace formation. Alexander gets pressured up the middle of the field, and that's a sack for Detroit. Just a couple years ago, they were in the championship game against the Dragons and lost, but they have not been able to make it back. Now, former All-Pro quarterback Neve Watts, under center, drops back. He throws it quickly to the left side to their new running back, Frank Murphy, and he gets tackled down. He got drafted. Well, he was an undrafted free agent from developmental. He's an amazing, elusive back, number 23. And now Neve Watts again steps back. Perfect protection. Throws it deep to Oliver. And that's going to be a 1st down. Marcus Oliver is one of the best slot receivers in the league. And he's one of the best receivers in general. And now Neve Watts again throws it to Oliver down the middle of the field for the 1st. Neve Watts has lost a little bit of power on that ball due to some injuries, but he still has one of the hardest fastballs in the league. Now Frank Murphy gets destroyed by Jalen Johnson. And again, Murphy gets the handoff. He cuts to the left side and gets tackled down by Healy. But Murphy right there finally getting some good yards. It's now 3rd down and 8. Can Detroit do something here in the red zone? Watts already has 1 championship under his belt, but he can't avoid the sack right there. And that is Donald, who's really starting to catch on fire with the Boston Cavalry with the sack. And now Detroit kicks the ball up through the uprights, and Detroit's up by 3. Already down by 3 points, and we're nearing the end of the 1st. Now Weathers gets the handoff. He gets some good blocking. He hits the sideline. Down the field, he stiff arms. He cuts it back inside, and finally, Denny Parr, former Wolves linebacker right there, former defensive player of the year, gets a good tackle, but was Weathers out of bounds? That is the question. It's hard to tell. Bill Gable threw that challenge flag right there. Weathers did step out, but let's see what they say. And of course, it's going to go to the Firebirds. It's overturned, but that's still a 1st. Alexander now sits in the pocket. He gets rushed. He's trying to scramble for his life. He throws it down the field. It's caught by Boone. Down the field. What a throw. They're really starting to get him good. Those boot action plays right there with the mullet. Alexander right there. He's a project quarterback, but he's not very good. He really needs someone to sit behind. And now again, Alexander sits in the pocket. Gets demolished. Right there, Del McHugh, former All-Pro D tackle for the Stallions, gets a big sack for Detroit. Now 2nd down and 15. Alexander steps back yet again. Perfect protection. Throws deep to Ware. Calvin Ware makes the catch at the sideline. And that'll be a 1st. Calvin Ware has been really good so far this season when he's been called upon. He just doesn't fit this scheme that Scalone is trying to run with this run-heavy offense. And now again, Alexander gives it to Weathers. He cuts it to the left side. He watches the blocking, cuts it back in for the touchdown! Boston has a lead as Reed Weathers, a do-it-all-back right here, 11-year pro, cutting it back for the touchdown. What a great play by Reed Weathers. Now we're going to go look at Detroit. Can they answer back? Neve Watts quickly steps back. He throws it quick to the tight end for the first. Perry Miller is right there for the tackle. Right there, Neve Watts has one of the fastest releases in the league. He's not even that great at seeing coverage, but the fact is his release really makes up for it, because once he does see it, the ball is there. And again, Oliver gets a big catch with Garrett Jensen, hitting him down, but it does not matter. Now again, Watts, 5-step drop, throws it quickly to Frank Murphy, who gets destroyed by Joseph. Backup free safety, making a big tackle. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Cavalry are surprisingly up by 7. Detroit just doesn't know what to do. 2nd down and 10. Now Neve Watts throws it to the left side to Frank Murphy again. And right there, Samuel Avery makes the tackle. 3rd down and 3. Can Boston finally stop them? They give it to Frank Murphy, who cuts it up the middle, and that's a first. Detroit just trying to get all these first downs and just try to tire out this Boston team that has really shown that at full capacity, their defense can make some good stops and make some good plays. But once they get tired, they are probably the worst defense in the league. And now again, Neve Watts throws the ball to Oliver, but there's a miscommunication between the receivers and the ball is dropped. Neve Watts has lost some of his athleticism that he was known for. But now they give it to Frank Murphy, and he gets tackled down. Neve Watts does lead the league in rushing yards for a quarterback. But Cavalry know this, so they're probably going to try to contain him all game. 3rd down and 13. Watts steps back, quickly throws it deep to Trout, and it's dropped. Down the field, Neve Watts found a guy wide open, but it does not matter. They're forced to punt, and now Alexander and the Cavalry are here in this power set. They give it to Weathers on the left side. On the stretch, he powers through a defender and finally falls forward, but that's a first down. Reed Weathers is with this gimmicky offense, but it's really working. And now again, Alexander gets perfect blocking. Throws it quickly to Calvin Ware, and that's the first. That's the one thing Alexander does well, is the fact that because he's kind of a gunslinger, he's willing to throw these tight window passes very quickly. Now Alexander again sits the pocket, throws it quickly over the middle of the field to Hansen, who gets drilled over the middle of the field. But Hansen, he's a rookie in the big leagues here, but he was in developmental last year. But he's doing really great, and he does fit this offense very well, being 6'5" and being good at run blocking. Now 1st down and 10. Again, they're going to run Marcus Okoye to that left side. Now Weathers gets a wide open hole again and gets the first. Detroit just doesn't know how to stop this team, especially this running scheme with Reed Weathers getting the ball almost every play. Now Alexander sits back, he throws it deep to Calvin Ware, but he drops the pass. Now real quick, I want to say, from all the rumors, it looks like that the dynasty are going to be done with Bryce O'Connell, and that he and BOC himself might come to Boston due to his relationship with Bill Gable. They're pretty good friends, and they always try to hang out, and he's been trying to get him to come to Boston for all these years to work with Connor Grimm. But with Connor Grimm gone and Bill Gable might be gone, we'll have to see. And now Marcus Okoye with a big rush right there, almost folding 2 defenders as he dives through them and almost gets a touchdown. Alexander on the boot now, looking for the end zone. He's running, and that's a touchdown for Boston. Alexander leading him to a 14-3 lead after the extra point. Let's look at this play action boot right here for Alexander. He saw no one open and he took it himself. And now Neve Watts back with Detroit with the ball. Johnson makes the tackle, but Frank Murphy still gets the first. First down and 10. Big hit right there. Oh my goodness, Martin McLaughlin just came off the edge and destroyed him. Now Watts throws it deep to a wide open Eric Trout. Down the field, Allen Guy got burnt. Jensen tries to make it and it's not going to work. Touchdown to Eric Trout right there, but what a play. Neve Watts just sees him wide open. Allen Guy got burnt and Jensen couldn't make up for it. Number 11 was a big name for the Wolves for so many years. He comes to Detroit with his former quarterback, Neve Watts. And now, Alexander and Boston trying to make something happen here. And it's going to be second down 15 after that big pressure up the middle of the field. They're only up by 4 now. Alexander boot. He gets pressured, though, this time. It gets destroyed. Boston doesn't know what to do. And now again, third down and 22. Alexander tries to have something happen here, but he's sacked down for a safety. And as Detroit gets the ball back, second down and 1, they give it to Frank Murphy and cuts up the middle and gets hit by Perry Miller. The problem with BOC coming to Boston as well is Cameron Scalone and much of the league hates Boston. Or not hates Boston, sorry, hates Bryce. But right there, Jensen almost with the pick. So we're going to have to really see if BOC was really the best quarterback in the league, or was it just him being with the best team in the league. And the only thing that Boston does well so far this season is their run game. And with Bill Gable possibly being rumored to be out after this season, Cameron's going to take it over right there. Oh, big catch by Marcus Oliver. Anyway, we're going to have to really see what Boston does in this offseason. And now again, Neve Watts almost throws a pick, but that's a touchdown right before halftime. As I'm trying to tell you what's going on in the league here, Detroit just decides that they're going to go and score a touchdown. Alexander, as he gets hit, throws it to Hansen. Open. He gets it to the 50, and they call a timeout. And now Alexander sits in the pocket and gets destroyed yet again. Now for Boston, it's going to be nice because there is a lot of quarterbacks coming out in the free agency and in the draft. So really, they can either get someone new and try to start from scratch, or get a really good former All-Pro and try to make a big play here in offseason. But right here at the end of the game, Alexander throws an interception at the end of the half, and now Firebirds trying to take it all the way back, and they almost do. It does not look good for the Cavalry, really. The Firebirds are coming back here with a vengeance, and they're already in field goal range. And the rumors about the offseason are coming up into a fever pitch, as some teams in this next offseason will have 4 picks in the draft due to trades in the past, like the Crusaders. And now again, Neve Watts throws a perfect pass for another touchdown by Detroit. Before halftime, now Boston's going to be down 14-26. What can they do? We're not going to have a halftime show this week, but wow, what a game so far. And now we're going to go into the second half here with Neve Watts trying to do some in the first play of the second half. They give it to Frank Murphy again, and Coffin makes a good tackle down at the 37. And like I said earlier, Watts is rumored to be leaving Detroit, but now Frank Murphy gets a big gain, and finally Jensen makes a tackle, but does not matter. Murphy just used his speed off that edge. And again, Murphy gets the handoff. He's a little tight here. He spins and gets taken down by Alan Guy. But yet, so the offseason is going to be super exciting this season. It's not going to be as crazy as it was last season coming into this series, but it is pretty in-depth, and the new progression system is really going to make it interesting. And now again, Avery makes a big tackle off that edge. We're going to probably see teams really stack up and try to make a run, even though so far it looks like the Dynasty are in the driver's seat to try to get to the championship game. Now Firebirds again gets another first. A lot of the big teams in the Eastern Conference, like the Tigers, like the Warthogs, who really tried bowling out for them to try to face the Dynasty, haven't been doing well this season, especially even the Stallions too. Who are in the West. A lot of these super teams just have not been doing well, but a super team that has been doing well is the Monarchs, who currently lead the league in the West, which is very surprising. This dream team has become so good, especially with their new ownership, with their quarterback, Chris the Franchise Young. Now, first down and 10 for Detroit. This is not looking good for Boston. Eve Watts throws on the run down the field, and the linebacker, Kaufman, knocks the ball out. Luckily, it's going to be second down and 10 for Detroit. Second down and 10. Watts gives the handoff, and right there, Donald comes through the left side, unblocked using his speed, and gets the tackle. Donald's on the line of scrimmage, which is weird. He should probably be playing more of a linebacker position, but with Martin McLaughlin there, it really gets hard to see who can really play where. But I do think that later in the season they might try to put Donald at linebacker to see what he can do. Now, Watts throws a quick out route to Oliver, but he cannot get his feet in, which is very surprising because he is a go-to guy on this offense. Firebirds now go for the field goal. Can they make it? And if they do, Boston's going to have a hard time. And they make it. Boston's going to be down by 15 points. Alexander now gives it to Reed Weathers up the middle of the field. Gets a good gain of about 8. This power back really showed what he's got here. Now again, Alexander here. They try to run the ball so he doesn't have to pass it often. Reed Weathers gets perfect blocking and gets taken down. Weathers has 120 yards with 13.3 yards per carry. He is an absolute beast. Now it's first down and 10. Alexander quickly throws a screen to Rashawn Rout here, who jukes to the left and almost gets a first. What a play by Rashawn Rout, which rumor is he may not be staying after this season, but he's going to be a starter for another team because he's the backup here. And now again, Rashawn Rout gets the handoff. He gets some good blocking. He chooses to juke, and he gets taken down at the Detroit 40. Rashawn Rout, he's a receiving back, a 4-year pro from developmental, and his highest attribute is agility. And now, as we see Alexander trying to run away from pressure, he avoids one sack but gets demolished. What was Alexander thinking? Gable has told him that he should try to make more plays, use his gunslinging ability, but right there, he just gets absolutely destroyed. Second down and 23. Alexander under center drops back, and he throws it deep to Smoochie Wallace down the field for the first. The receiving threat at tight end, we don't say his name often, but he is one of the best tight ends in this league. He's usually just pulling away so other receivers can get open like Calvin Ware. Now 1st down and 15. Alexander is flipping the plays, trying to see what has the better matchups. He puts Rashawn Route on that left side. He flips the play, gives it to Marcus Ako, and gets a good gain of about 4. It's now 2nd down and 11. Again, they move him. But no, it's a fake to Weathers up the middle. What a good play right there. They're known to motion that guy to the left side to get some more power. And then they give it to Weathers. What a play. Now again, 3rd down and 1. They give it to Ako. Marcus Ako falls forward for the first. Fullback dive. They have a 3-headed rushing attack going on right now. And they now give the ball to Weathers. Wide open running hole. No one's there. He trucks a defender. Touchdown. Reed Weathers carries the team to the end zone. 1st down and 10. Neve watches changes the play at the line. They're up by 8. He gets pressure, throws it quickly to Eric Trout, who gets taken down for a gain of 9. Now 2nd down and 1. Neve Watts gives it to Murphy, but he gets tackled down for a loss. The Firebirds have been really struggling lately, and I think the problem is they're in the same division as the Dynasty. And here, Cavalry make a big stop, and it's going to be 1st down after the punt. Firebirds run out the clock a little bit. Now 1st down and 10, Alexander. He play action rollout here. He sets his feet. He throws it deep to Hanson, who gets his feet in there in the red zone. Alexander, he lacks supreme arm strength. He's not going to make the throws that J.C. Riley, Neve Watts, or Terrence the Cannon Thomas, who's in developmental right now, losing some weight, try to come back this offseason. You know, he doesn't have the arm talent, but there we go with Weathers running the ball here to 3rd down and 4. But what a throw by Alexander, really showing what he can do. 3rd down and 4. They give the ball to Weathers. Perfect blocking. He falls forward. And they're 1 yard away. They're only 1 more yard away. This comeback is almost here. Can they make it happen? Alexander steps back. He throws it deep. And he overthrows Calvin Ware. Now 2nd down and goal. They give it to Weathers. He cuts it back in. He trucks the defender. Touchdown! Reed Weathers with another touchdown on the game. He's an amazing back here. What a play by Reed Weathers. They just go for the extra point. They stop the Firebirds, and now it is Cavalry's ball. Weathers gets the handoff again. He trucks a defender and gets laid out by Denny Parr. One of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker in the league. Came here to play with his former quarterback in Neve Watts as well. But right there, Weathers just destroyed that DB out of his shoes. Now 1st down and 10. They're in this ace formation again. Nice pitch. Weathers gets some good blocking. He hits the Jets down the sideline and gets taken down at the Detroit 22. Can this comeback be finished? They're only down by 1 with 6:15 to go. Alexander now steps back and he throws it deep to Hanson, but it's thrown out of bounds. Alexander right there looked very tough. Now he snaps the ball before they were ready. Rashawn Route gets the handoff, uses his speed, dive, touchdown! Rashawn Route with an into the end zone. What a play by number 14. As he shows here, the Cavalry can win a game. They're leading 35-29. But did they leave too much time with one of the most clutch quarterbacks of all time, Neve Watts? He throws it to the left side for a gain of 4. Neve Watts is having a great game here with 3 passing touchdowns. He's in the end of his prime. Can he lead this team back from losing? 2nd down and 6. They give it to Murphy, who gets tackled behind the line. This defense is running on all cylinders right now, making some key stops at the end of games. We are not used to seeing this. 3rd down and 9. Neve Watts steps back. 5-step drop back. He scrambles. He breaks a sack here. He throws it down the field. It's almost intercepted. What will they do? It looks like they might be punting here. And they do. They give Boston the ball back. They give it to Reed Weathers. He breaks the tackle. He uses a stiff arm but gets tackled by Justin Jones. Weathers has 233 yards on the game. They're just force-feeding him the ball. He's in the zone here. He breaks almost a tackle but falls forward. Can they run enough clock out? 3rd down and 7. Alexander pitches the ball here. He gets some blocking. Weathers looks tired though. He forces his way for the first as the game continues. 1st down at 10. Alexander drops back here. He throws it deep to an open Calvin Ware. He runs for a touchdown. As what an illegal hit. Ware was celebrating and just got murdered as he walks into the end zone. But it does not matter. That is a touchdown. That will finish the game. Calvin Ware puts this game out of control here. What a big hit. And now as we look here, Boston wins 42 to 29. Weathers had over 240 yards. What a game for Reed Weathers, and finally Boston makes a win in the win column. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.